So welcome back to the next video. This video is using our lovely demonstration which I cut apart to show you how it works. So this episode is based on K-jetronic filters, fuel filters. What do you mean filters? Well, there's a main fuel filter at the back of the car as normal. There's also 3 types of filters in this metering head. 4 of them are in the top, in the outlets, which I'll show you in a minute. One of them is in there, which shouldn't be there anymore, and the other one sits round here, which is this one. This sits round the actual fuel body, which is quite hard to change, but again, there's not a lot that's going to cause those to get blocked up. So those ones and the ejector outlet ports are, if you're changing those, it's a case of a rebuild. But this one here, this is your main fuel inlet to the metering head. And if we unscrew it, you'll see in there is a filter. You can just see through, probably not because it's quite dirty. There's a filter inside this banjo bolt. Now, why is it in there? Well, it's in there because when the cars were assembled from the factory, obviously this is the fuel in, and at the other end of the system you've got a fuel filter. But during assembly, to stop any debris that may be in the system after the fuel filter and before the metering head, VW and lots of other manufacturers installed filters in the main inlet banjos to catch any debris that may have been inside the fuel system or the components during assembly. These filters are meant to be removed at the first service of the car. I've got 5 of these in my box of bits and bobs which have got filters in. Some I've taken apart and yeah, not too bad. Some I've taken apart and they are absolutely disgusting. So should we leave them out? Should we take them out? Well, you can take them out. I'll show you how to. You can replace them. Should you? Probably not, to be honest. If it's not getting a metering head and you've got a fuel filter and it's changed every year, then there shouldn't be an issue for it. Again, you could put it in if you're being overcautious, but I'll stop jabbering and I'll take it out and show you the actual filter. So how do we remove that filter? We want a wood screw, Phillips screwdriver, because flatheads are terrible, a pair of snips, and a 17mm spanner. So, quick way of doing it. Get your screw, whop it in there, put it in a few turns. Then what you want to do is get your snips, put them in there so they grip between the threads of the screw, and then you want to get your spanner and use it as a press. There we go. Simple as that. So all we've done is use it as a press, screwing that away, and the filter's popped out. So let's get that filter off there and have a look. So this is said filter from the bolt. Now what I'll do, I'll take a close-up picture of this for a light behind to see how dirty it actually is. Now I'll put the measurements of these in the actual description, so if you do want to replace them, you can source them and replace it if need be. But again, this was only designed there to catch any elements that might be in there from the assembly. So that's dealt with. Now what are the other ones? Now the other little ones sit in the injector outlets. So any fuel that is inside here is filtered from the fuel pump. The fuel filter comes through here, in there, into the bottom there, does some magic, comes at the top. Now you can change these filters, to be honest, if you were so inclined, without stripping the metering head. Maybe not advised, but probably not a lot can go wrong as long as it's all clean around here and you can pull them out and put new ones in. You know, it's something you can do, and I'll show you how to get them out now. Guess what tools we need? Guess what tools we need? Screw. Again. Couple of turns just till it goes tight. And then pliers. Oh, that came out easy. There we go. And that's the other little filter. Tiny, aren't they? Micro filters. Again, I'll do a zoom up picture of these and the measurements again in the description if you want. Now, if you are changing these, how do you put them back in? Well, simple way is you'll get a new filter, plop it back in there, get the bolt that goes on there, no fuel line on, just put the bolt in, do the bolt up till it goes tight and just nip it. That'll be enough to actually press that filter back into its housing. I've just dropped it, but never mind, it's old. And again, the other one that sits inside, you're going to struggle to change that unless you take the metering head apart. I found these very gummed up. I'll stick another picture in a minute. You can see the worst one I found. Again, that's what the fuel goes through, which comes into centre of here and then out to your injectors. And here we go. This is disgusting. Worst one I've found to date. As you can see, it is pretty clogged around that filter. And another one here. I mean, these are only a thin gauze. They don't take a lot to block up. These are the mini filters. That's the large one. You can see again, you can see a few little pigments in there, but again, it's the build up of fluid that's sort of stuck in the mesh, which is not really visible, if that makes sense, but it's there. And again, these are the three main types that are in the cast iron metering heads and most others. So thanks for tuning in and watching. Just a quick one tonight. It just popped in my head the other day and I thought, well, hang on, people don't know about that. I stumbled across it. Here's the knowledge. There you go. I don't like hiding things, people. I found it hard enough myself, learning about K-jet years ago. So I'm more apt to share what we know. There's pointless hiding mythical knowledge on this kit. So look for the next videos. We have got the second part of modifying your metering head to flow more delicate wise, or enhancing the flow balancing. Right in front of me, I've got K-jetronic set up, all ready to go. All set up, ready to rock and roll, to show you how to actually pressure test these. These are a nightmare. When they work, they're good. When they don't, they're a nightmare. They're upside down. They've got two electrical bits and they've got the fuel pressure legger on the return line. But anyway, I will stumble over that on another video because I've had it requested quite a few times how to pressure test these. And again, I've got the manuals. You can have the manuals. Like I say, I'm affiliated with e-manuals online. Always use their stuff. I'll do a screen recording after of the Bosch one that I use countless times, even to jog a memory. So where you got the publication right in front of your face, you've got the parts on the car, and together you can work together and we can get the cars fixed, running, and enjoy our classic cars. So thanks for watching. Click subscribe. See you on the next one. Cheers. So as I said, quick screen recording. This is a Bosch K-jetronic manual. I use it a lot, mainly for reference. I spent a lot of time reading through this, plus looking at the actual physical parts in your hand. So we'd like to say, you got so much in here: overview, basic engine auto cycle, moving on to sort of cold starting, lambus, all that kind of stuff. It's always handy, I find, to have, like I say, a publication, the parts in your hand, to physically learn and bring it all together so you can understand how the system works, to fix it yourself, which is what you want to do, because 99% of garages out there have no clue how to fix K-jetronic properly.